All right, let me see who's playing what here. Collapse is taking the beast. Okay.
Laurel Snap, you were right.
All right, interesting. The Laurel Snap is definitely better with the Terrorblade because you have the magic burst, right? Instead of the physical burst, which is kind of a cool dynamic between the Tusk and the Snap. So like, whichever one you put on core, you're essentially emphasizing that type of damage. And the magic is pretty solid here versus both the DP and the Terrorblade. I feel like DP gets into some pretty decent armor later on too, so big magic burst can be pretty helpful.
What's the mid snap build nowadays anyway? Is it still
That's a great question.
Ags or?
I think if you have a good Ags partner, you do, and he does have a Tusk and a Primal Beast. That looks pretty good. Obviously, the Shard build with like the blink and stuff, it died once we lost the stun, and it became this whole skip and a hoppity Shard instead.
The Lava Leap.
Yeah. All could be a separate ability. Give her 2 jumps. Now that would be fun.
Yeah.
Of course, then that's an Ags. Getting a little intense at that point.
Yeah, I really don't know. Do we just commit for like a right-click snap? Do I feel like Maelstrom build with a little shredder maxed out?
So currently the most popular mid builds in top tier pubs. I don't see any from Laurel. Yeah, and I'm looking through here, but a lot of them have been attempting a mid build. See here with Maelstrom. We've seen Squadix try it with just straight up Greaves. He just went Greaves mid.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Cube did Shard and Ags. So just kind of like spellcaster style. Aincrad, legend of the region, of course. He went for a Chrysalis Deso build. He went Boss Shard, Chrysalis Deso. Wow, that's a pretty wild build. He did lose.
That's the thing. I kind of feel like the physical damage route is pretty good for you, but we can see down at the bottom of the screen, the odds haven't really shifted that much, have they? They've actually gotten worse for Darkside. Like 1.5 to 2.3 again, even with a 1-game lead here in this best of 3.
You know, Team Spirit are known for not winning that first game, I guess. So they just assume that they're going to drop 1 game and win the other 2.
It is known, the Beast Coast effect.
Ah, yeah, that's exactly what I said earlier, actually. I was thinking about Bet Boom to my wife, and I was like, they always throw game 2 when losing, just like Beast Coast. Yeah, ready. Well, gonna go to their respective lanes here, and we'll see if Rebel can close this out in 2. It would be a surprise, I would say, if Darkside can do it. It is, again, as we said previously, very much necessary if they want any hopes of going to Peru and feeling good about their current standings to win this series.
Yeah, and even outside of that, like a 2-0 victory against Team Spirit is a massive morale boost, especially with the start of the season Darkside have had. Getting a 2-0 victory here is like, right, we can do this. We're solid now. Figured out all our drafting issues. Got our execution down pat, looking solid. Top playing looks like it's going to be Yatoro and Miposhka. Yeah, and they just profit Tusk together. Mira on that Mirana with Collapse down bottom. So Mirana and Primal Beast against the tiny DP. Lane swaps from Darkside.
Yeah, they're doing the old the EG style. The Terrorblade and the Radiant off lane. Feeling better about the situation up here, laning into an Aegis Prophet who's all physical damage, and then doesn't really hurt you as badly as the big magic burst that you're going to get out of a Primal Beast lane. So very logical decision here. We'll see if Team Spirit want to try and match this at all, or if they're just comfortable with this setup, just because it's pretty easy to control that top area with the treants. And Seneko can't like draw the waves or anything. So if Miposhka manages to get a decent pull off, it's going to be kind of hard for them to contest.
Yeah, like Seneko is not an Earthquake or a Tusk or a Ricky or something, right?
Yeah.
Miposhka can just make sure this large camp is blocked. He will have to come back and deward his small camp, though, to get some pulls going. Seneko has a sentry ward placed very nicely inside the camp. Yeah, we'll see what Yatra can do. We saw Ramses earlier on in the season using this Prophet to very effectively drag waves and kind of create pockets of farm where he's a little safer than actually naturally in the lane.
Yeah, that was looking like his best hero for a long time. It felt like so hard to deal with him. I think that was in the previous DPC as well, where Ramses would go for that and just really solid at controlling the pace of the game, going up, taking down the towers. It's just an accelerated version of these other lanes in which they try it.
And Lol is hammering this mid lane, keeping my eyes on there, doing a tremendous amount of damage to this Ember Spirit and out CSing him 2-1 basically. This attack speed slow on Scatterblast. I didn't realize how strong it was. Oh, Yasuo top. Oh, so close to death, but hides in the trees. DK Fogus loses his career down bottom to Mira's Mirana. Darkside in this top lane applying a fair amount of pressure with the first Metamorphosis use of the game.
Yeah, pretty difficult, I would imagine, to get a kill with the meta. When you have a Lich as your teammate, it would require a pretty significant overextension. I'm surprised it was even that close on Yadro, to be honest. Maybe he was just playing like right to the limit or something, knowing that there wasn't that much control to stack up. Level 2 Flame Guard here for Rebel allows him to get a little bit of safety and some pressure, as Laryl doesn't have the ability to break it after something's been spent.
Yeah, we'll start to catch up on the CS. I'm curious to see what Lyle starts to build. The stick and some mangoes coming out after that bottle early on.
I kind of like the idea of him getting Greaves, I think.
Mako. Fairy fires up. Ramses throws the reflection onto this Prophet and Tusk, but the body blocks with these Treants are incredibly irritating. Yeah, not a completely free lane here from Darkside. After dragging the wave back now from the posture, as it looks like he has to get himself that small camp available again. First blood grab by Collapse. Final beast from Mirana. Right on top of that Tiny.
But yeah, it is going to be all about Laryl's items, though. I think you're right. Like, it determines so much of how they are able to play this game. Like, does he go the Greaves Ags, or does he try and get more physical damage in this? Like, does he just go bots into Ags? I feel like the Greaves could be really solid, but then again, like having the bots to pair with the Nature's Prophet could also be really strong. But you have an offlaner who's not building auras, and most offlaners are building auras right now because they're just incredibly strong. We group up, we push. But Primal Beast can't easily afford that build because of his reliance on the BKB.
Yeah, I guess it's a situation where Lala is just going to be looking at the game state like 10, 12 minutes in, right? And thinking, hey, we're behind, I should go Greaves so we can actually match and fight what Darkside are bringing. Or, hey, we're ahead and we're stomping, I'm going to buy a Daedalus first item.
It'll be a tough call there. Misses the cookie by the looks of it mid.
He got it
on the Rebel.
He got it on the range creep. I don't think he cared about hitting Ember Spirit, but he secured range creep with it.
I got here seeing a shifting and a missed cookie.
Yeah. I can see how it looked like Rebel dodged it with a slight fish. Lord looking for the last hit security. Bottom lane not looking too good for Darkside though.
Dire's structures are
last hits on the
fortified.
DP.
Oh, Laryl.
Pushed on the tower.
He just glimpsed it while he's pressuring under tower. He cookied to creep into him before too.
Super irritating. Jump in from mirror bottom. Star Storm landing on Roger twice. Collapse getting siphoned, but he's a tanky beast. I should be able to come back in and kill Roger.
Did they go?
Oh, no, he's not going for it. Yeah, trading out his life in the posture. Now the dive bottom tier 1. Tramples there. Been placed by the Avalanche on the top now under the tier 1 tower. Collapse taking a lot of damage. In jumps Mira, doesn't have the mana for Starstorm, has to pop the 1 for it. Now out of leap charges, gets a Starstorm off, but it lands on DK Fogus.
Radiant structures
Doesn't
are
kill Roger.
fortified.
Incredibly close fought battle there. As mid lane, we get a TP in from Imposhka. Okay, looks like just a refill. No opportunity to jump Rebel's Ember just yet. But every lane, action-packed is bottom lane again. Onto the Mirage with the Avalanche. DK Fogus still alive. They lost their Tiny. Mirana down, but the 2 position 3s now fighting it out.
Oh, he waited for so long with that fairy fire too, but Tiny eventually gets him. I guess Tiny in the DP, at least he got the Tiny first, but we all just trade back, and the Tusk went mid to fill the bottle, and then Roger goes mid to fill the bottle as well. Rebel. That's just the life, the Dota player mid.
I feel like this entire game is super on edge. Everyone's looking for these little openings, looking for that little weakness they can exploit. But at almost 2k lead, just saw it drop from 2 to 1. Team Spirit, 6 minutes in. Every one of their cores is farming incredibly well.
Yeah, they have significant leads over all their counterparts in the core department. Like 500 to 400 gold, separating each of the 1, 2, and 3.
Henry, Darkside. Now we've got Naposhka up top with a hasted Snapfire behind him. Cookie and the Scatter Blast should make short work of Tsuneko here. And this will probably keep Ramses out of the lane. They're pushing this tier 1 tower very quickly with a Nature's Prophet. And Miposhka's even lurking.
Radiant's top
Yeah, got
tower
the
is
snowball
under
into
attack.
kisses. Doesn't have shards for 4 more seconds, but Ramses is level 4. He's just being blasted and burned. He comes low for a final touch with a Scatter Blast and grabs himself a double kill. Now the tower is dead for sure.
I love that too. Miposhka just holding that whole time.
Dyer's
In case
middle
something
tower
else
is under
get
attack.
by, or the maybe there's a setup on the spiral. Always keeping those ice shards in play.
Radiant's
the
courier
courier, too.
has been killed.
Courier dead. So they bring Ember Spirit up here to make sure tower doesn't die, but it is the next pounded into the ground, and Yaturo's TP down here gets him involved in these kills, cracks level 6, and now he's gone from pushing top tier 1 to within an inch of its life to maybe even pushing down bottom.
Dyer's top tower is under
The
attack.
Wrath of Nature.
He had a meta there just in case. I mean, he has max scatter blast. I don't want to be anywhere near that Snapfire right now if I am Terrorblade. But yeah,
Radiant's bottom
one of the worst
tower is
situations, right?
under
They go on
attack.
collapse, all the people come through defensively, run around kills for a primal beast.
Dyer's top tower is
He's
under
still
attack.
dying. He went to the large camp. Mirror and Miposhka. They are camping him in the jungle.
That is a big, big problem. And TJ
Dyer's top
Fogas,
tower has
surprisingly
fallen.
not the one to take his tower, as Rebel
Radiant's
has rotated
bottom
up here and
tower
is doing
is
on the
under
Ember.
attack.
They do not have the exorcism quite yet on the death problem, so they're going to be looking for that first exorcism to take the mid tower, try and stabilize this game. Because if they end up losing their mid tower right now, that space for Ramses just gets smaller and smaller.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, it
is
feels like
under
this game
attack.
is slipping out of Darkside's hands very quickly.
Can they defend? They got to defend this tower.
They're TPing mid. Rebel level 7. The Cookie away and Miposhka gets them out of danger. No toss back play for Roger. And Mira on his right-hand side. They're waiting for the Tiny to wander over here. Miposhka sees him, trying to bait up to the staircase, but a snowball arrow. King stun into the star score. That should be enough to finish him. Mira will look to claim the kill on the Tiny as Miposhka is being whacked around by Rebel's Ember Spirit. Tiny finally dying with another leap forward, but now Mira stuck behind tier 1 while the Ember Remnants forward. Miposhka just gets alive.
Feel younger
Marana
already?
slipping away from the grasp of Tsuneko. So it looks like Spirit can continue to gather up and push out mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think unless they get back here really quick with Rebel, he does have an Orb of Corrosion. He just like fully purchases everything up there. Big boost to his
Radiant's
power.
top tower is under
Will it be enough to
attack.
actually contest this tower though? They are bringing everyone here to try and save this.
Do not want
Radiant's
to let
top
us go
tower
without a
has
fight.
fallen.
With the Yatoro pushing up top and able TP mid in a couple of seconds. The Spirit now the ones. Now, game 1 we were talking about how well Darkside did, just drawing the attention of key heroes into awkward places on the map.
Look at this Terrorblade. 500 HP under a ward. 30 more seconds till the Wrath of Nature though.
They're going on the DP instead. Exo is up, Miposhka. Snowball forward, then runs away.
Radiant's bottom tower
And then new
is under
reinforcements are
attack.
coming.
Oh, Gary, if he starts pulling these agents under a ward, you can legitimately die. You can actually die to a Wrath of Nature.
Oh, Ramses.
Like, it could just be Wrath of Nature and kisses from across the map could just kill you. You can definitely get like a 500 damage nuke if he times it well.
And Miposhka smoke. He's going to go up there and give the control that they need. They do have an
Alright, here we go. Alright, there goes the Wrath.
Here it comes. The snowball forward. Ramses blowing up, and you called it. Long-range artillery strike just covering that ancient area in shrapnel and burnt ground.
They go immediately dewards. Down balls though.
Oh, attempted Cookie mid,
Radiant
nearly catches
structures
Ember.
are
But this
fortified.
really is Team Spirit with a scorched earth policy. Wherever they go, it just
Radiant's
fire
middle
everywhere.
tower is under attack.
I love that play from Vosa though. Knowing just that little bit of
Radiant's
setup makes it
middle
so
tower
much
has
easier to get that kill in the Terrorblade. Tower gone. Base is being squeezed here by Team Spirit. It's gonna
Dire
force a
are
smoke out
scanning.
now of Rebel and Tsuneko. There for the Roger.
So I know last game, you asked me a very pointed question about comebacks and who I think could win, and I gave you a very dull answer of anyone at any time can do anything they want to. This game
now
feels
we're
like it's kind of
talking.
over.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities to the previous match in terms of the death
Radiant
profit
are
problem
scanning.
of like not getting those big objectives early and consistently with the Exorcist. 7x here according to sponsors over there at EGB. So that's I mean I don't blame them. It's about that difficult.
Yeah, so not quite it's over odds. Once it gets to 9 or 10 to 1, that's when we can start thinking about that kind of scenario. But Darkside got lots of work to do.
Hit them.
Now they've got Chain Frost. Now Orb of Corrosion, you said, on Rebel, going to be amplifying their damage nicely as well. They're trying to farm through their own bottom jungle and they're scouted.
Stay where you
Chain
are.
stuns with the Warfang arrow, but the boss shield is there. A good Chain Frost bounces onto Mirror, but leaping across the trees. Collapse doesn't connect. Good pulverized Rebel point in time. It'll get to Echo instead. Collateral kill. Wall now dominating. With his arcane and mech ready, they can keep on moving forward.
The seeds of
Shard's interesting too. I have a hard read on this shard. Not sure how the hop distance does get kind of crazy. Sometimes it looks so incredible, and other times it just feels like it's almost harder to execute with.
Does it improve Trampled? He's moving, right?
You know what? I actually don't know that interaction 100%.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's probably probably really good with a primal beast, I would say. Yeah, get people away from a slight chains or a timing trying to toss you back. Looking at Roger now, he's still a grand away from his blink dagger, so needs to be given a lane somewhere, but there just aren't lanes to be had. Rebel is cutting waves bottom.
Ramses is very brave. He was scouted right now at 400 HP again. Steady vision. He was done.
You're telling me that
Like, he could literally die on this wave.
Rebel, TPing home, pulverized. He doesn't have a remnant either, so he just dies. It's the tip from Yatoro. Are you telling me a Terrorblade who buys Hand of Midas is brave, Trent?
That is the Ramses special.
prepare for a
That's why Ramses and GBK on a team didn't work, because they kept both buying Midas.
Pretty rough. He needs a way to catch up, though. And level-wise, Darkside down in the dumps, it feels
Dire's
like.
middle tower is under
All
attack.
right, here we go. He's on a dire ward. 430 HP. Quick maps.
Oh, God.
That's Curry. I want to kill him.
Focus up top.
Oh, no, he's
It's
collapse is
time.
coming. There's the ulti. It's going.
Ramsey's about to dive bottom. Kisses up top on the DP, kill her off. And collapse. Invis. Moonlight Shadow, he really wants Ramses.
I'm shocked he's not charging right now. Come on, collapse. Oh, he sees him going to the ward.
Now. Moving top faster though. Deep Spirit on top of the Lich. Blow him up. And this map is getting incredibly small.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
$9K lead now. Yep. It's definitely looking like one way or another. We're gonna hit some meme numbers here. 3 to 14. We're well prepped for a couple different entries on the old meme score index.
We had one last night. 5 rat against Shopify Rebellion. It was
Perfect,
like
perfect.
25 in a game. Yatoro Prophet is just getting out of hand now. 10k net worth on him. Gleipnir pretty much done. We need 1,000 gold for it to be finished. Mirror might get picked mid though. Chains in the tiny combo. And the Sinister Gaze. Heroes to kill support Mirana.
Kind of lived surprisingly long there, didn't he?
Yeah. Where's he got? He's got a hood. That's why. Pipe rush
Great
Mirana.
choice. It's nice. Right, you're
Radiant's
covering
bottom
the
tower
auras
is
that your
under
offlaner
attack.
usually buys. The class from Primal Beast and pull here. When you're mid and your offlane. They'll just take a kill on Seneko, while Rebel, you can just throw out some damage and jump away.
Radiant are scanning.
Ramsey's back into the position the map he thinks is safe. We have that high ground observer ward watching for anyone coming from the north, but Miposhka, Blal, and Mira. Looks like they're angling down towards bottom lane again. Collapse has been spotted. Roger doesn't want to give away a freebie. He's 100 gold away from his block. That's a hard boy. Really bad if Roger falls. Does get a good avalanche out now. Yatoro TPing in. backstab with the exorcism. Two-man spirit side from Lol. Very close to death. Wants to grieve. Can't escape. Big onslaught with a trample though. Four heroes being slammed down by the Primal Beast. And DK Focus necked it up and right near the Utterer. Trapped in the Sprout, but incredibly tanky still. Dodges the arrow. 3 heroes lost by Darkside.
Are
Just
scanning.
had to spend the life of one later. They're going to catch a fourth with Roger. Wasn't safe at all. And the TP stepped out of the base, so 5-man wiping coming.
Collapse. Friendly roar, not so much. He soloed the Terrorblade as well. He's the only one that did damage, so that's going to be a big boost to Collapse's level 12 and more than 12 and a half right now. Yeah, he does have a BKB and
Radiant's
1200
bottom
gold.
tower is
After
under
an
attack.
engagement like that, picked up a cool 767 by the looks of our fight recap here, and did almost 4,000 damage himself. So rightfully deserved credits.
So Magic goes straight back into the war zone. Roger has his blink and tries to show it off with a 2-man avalanche toss. The support's getting caught up here, and Rebel
Radiant's
doesn't
bottom
have
tower
a choice
is
to
under
make.
attack.
Mira, the one he wants to
Radiant's
snag
bottom
first. There's
tower
Naposhka
has
trying a sneaky TP.
Oh
Radiant's
my
middle
goodness.
tower is under
The
attack.
50-50. Could have went left or right. Chose correctly. Rebel did not.
Thankful for nighttime there, the Tusk is.
Yep. Alright, so now we did have one other game, if I recall correctly, of a Ramses Morphling, of which it was fairly
Dire's
similar
courier has been
circumstance,
killed.
where the game was, it looked over. It looked
Yeah.
completely over, and Ramses was able to make the comeback, as up top, all that cookie. That's nice.
You know,
Well. I don't know. It's much harder to do on Terrorblade, I would say. Terrorblade's really good at controlling the waves compared to Morphling. But his actual fight, it feels like it requires a lot more assistance. Morphling does it himself. You know, he just becomes the beast. Terrorblade is so good at controlling the system allies to get that damage out. And there's a good kill set. So, well, maybe we can get there.
Having a lot of time as well, but sure it goes on too far like this. A couple of freebies here and there for Ramses. Could pay off big
Radiant's
time.
middle tower is under attack.
Is launched out towards the TV. They see where he is, and the onslaught with the trample and the pulverize. Now moving on to a surprise to DK Focus. Change from the DK the Final Beast is making such an easy fight here for Team Spirit. Oh, he's on safety to the Ember Spirit. The arrow is dodged,
Radiant's
but
top tower
I
is
don't
under
know about
attack.
this. Spirit are diving tier 4s.
I won't be denied.
Another
victory.
5-man wipe. Another massive victory. And it just doesn't feel like there's any recourse
Radiant
for Darkside.
structures are fortified.
Drop salve even for Collapse here. Thank you very much. Collapse kind of crushing these fights, and well, as you can see in that one, though, a lot of credit goes to Yadro.
Radiant's top
He's
tower
got to
is
stand
under
and
attack.
deliver a lot of that fight. And oh, it looks like it's eggs on the way, huh?
Raise no
Radiant's top tower is
Collapse even further in these fights. Popped up there on the Yadro. He would be an amazing kill. It's not easy.
Radiant's bottom
To
tower
high
is
ground,
under attack.
beautifully placed. And now the arrow to connect on the DP. Keeps her locked in place for now. Poshka went for the snowball
Radiant's
forward, but with his
middle
moonlight
tower
shadow,
is
they
under
will
attack.
retreat. Roger blinked aggressively towards the tusk.
The power.
To the Terrorblade. The shards. Tempted arrow. And Poshka's tusk. 700 away, so just a snowball to delay his death. And an immediate buyback to fight around Roshan. They do not want to give it to Darkside.
Oh, that was
Roche
so
tanks
close.
the arrow. TV would have died there.
Imagine if he could have bashed and arrowed them.
Dire are scanning.
Run away too after that. Roger do it.
No, what's he up to? Backstab. Terrorblade's dead. Now snowballs the DK Foga. Covering fire. Below the Death Prophet. Every time they step out on the map, it just feels like, oh my god, the Lich just dies to the freaking Mortimer's kisses. And now it's Roshan time for Team Spirit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sometimes he's hit by. Roger also found.
What's coming? I mean, Ember's alive, but everybody else is
For
dying.
how long? Yeah.
This is when Team Spirit 5-man TV bot, right? Go kill the Ember Spirit. Oh my god,
Radiant's
Yatra is
middle
joke.
tower
You
is under
joke.
attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, I knew it was I said perfect because it almost was. Rebel barely scrapes away with his life, but it means that Roshan has not been taken.
Never refuse gold given.
Hey, he found 2 bounties. Pretty hype. And back to
Classic team spirit.
Strats. Look at these strats. Ice shards the Roche away from Yadro. When the previous setup, he actually couldn't hit Yadro. All of them was close up the tag team. I mean, really. Big gamer energy.
That's a special pet.
I always want to be here. So fun.
Shaman has fallen to the Dire. Dire's middle tower
What does
is
Spirit
under
see? They
attack.
saw the Ember and the DP moving bottom. They know Terrorblade is on the wave bot.
Yeah.
Collapse is just going to
career.
Only the
get up
wary.
here. Does he have to BKB? He's holding it. Realizes that he's tanking up without, and now with a Sprout. Lightning in, a spelled off, and the onslaught trampled. Death profit down. And now it is scramble time for Darkside. Try and TP, try and blink. Extricate yourself from this awful spot you're in. Mortimer.
Alright, ready? Ready? Mira hits this.
Was that the personal best?
Oh, he's so good! He's so good at Dota! Oh, you thought.
That was a sitter, come on. This feels like it's an easy game for Spirit. We're having a lot of fun with this. 8-33. Not a chance in hell for Darkside's cause to play the map. Like, even when we get BKB on Ember Spirit, and it looks like BKB on the Terrorblade, which they desperately need, I still feel like they're going to be lacking damage.
Never vision for 1 second, there's just this ping. It's this ominous ping on your hero, and then you're dead. Like, he has the illusion. They send in the snap illusion. Let it go, let it go.
Odds now, the odds are going to be like
Radiant's
10
middle
to 1,
tower
11
is
to 1,
fallen.
right?
I'm not taking it.
Team Spirit
It's
victory.
been over for, I don't know, at least 10 minutes, it feels like. GG's all pulled around, and Team Spirit tying things up 1-1. This was more like it from there.